What's going on, YouTube fam? This your boy Tony 2Times, and we back with another episode of Hood Tales, man. Before I start, be sure to tap that like button. Definitely watch this video to the end to hear the full story. Subscribe if you're new to the fam. Hit that notification bell for future uploads. Let's get right into it. Growing up as a teenage boy in the inner city is hard. I have seen so many young men with big dreams and goals get caught up in the streets, go to prison, or either worse, ending up scratched out on somebody's block. The peer pressure to fit in or be known as a savage is so deep. 1 minute a straight A good boy that stays in the house and plays video games all day can end up being the #1 shooter for his hood. People do the best with the cards they are dealt in life, and I'm a firm believer. People, places, and things determine how far we go. People we grow up with, go to school with, or sometimes even break the law with. But when you load up that blick and you and your mans go with y'all move, whether it's a robbery or whatever the case might be, the fact of the matter is you are putting your freedom on the line or even your life, because you never know how a situation will play out. And on this episode of Hood Tales, we will be taking it to Indianapolis, Indiana to discuss 2 teenage friends, a robbery plot that left one gone and the other with a 50-year prison sentence. Was it a lick gone wrong or a backdoor setup? According to sources, at the time, Gerald Beamon and Ron Rico Duncan, both 18 years old, were close friends. They attended school together, always hung out, and even were co-workers. Allegedly, the 2 teens also did more under the radar things together, like set up robberies. But things would turn into a mystery when Gerald did not show up for work and his family did not know where the young man was at. Finally, the family contacted local police to alert them 18-year-old Gerald was missing. Using the GPS house arrest bracelet that Gerald wore because of a prior case, they located the young man in a vacant apartment on the 3200 block of North Ruckle Street on the city's north side. Unfortunately, Gerald was laid face down with shell casings all around his body, already gone. It was determined the young man had been there for at least 2 days. The abandoned complex was close to Gerald's father's house, and police started to investigate what could have happened. Some people in the neighborhood claimed to see Gerald and Ron together, walking a few days earlier. As police interviewed Ron, the first time he stated he had no knowledge of what happened to his friend, and he seemed hurt about it. Gerald's family held a vigil in his honor and laid the young man to rest. Almost 5 months would go by before police would get a break in the case, when Ron was brought back in for questioning. This time, a search warrant was obtained for his cell phone records. Allegedly, police found text messages between Gerald and Ron that suggested they were planning a robbery, with Ron's texting Gerald, "It's just like the one we did before. The lick, you know," and Gerald texting back, "Unsend that message, dummy." The next morning, after the text, Gerald went to his father's home. Then around noon, Ron texted Gerald again, stating bring the pole, slang for gun. Then Ron came to Gerald's father's house, and that's when witnesses saw the 2 teens walking down the street together. With that information in front of him, the young man started talking and telling police what happened according to him. According to Ron, the plan was simple: to set up, rob, and hit his plug. The plan initially was supposed to be 4 people involved, but Ron and Gerald decided them 2 could handle the lick. Allegedly, that Saturday, after the 2 teens met up, Ron split up from Gerald and went to his grandmother's house, where he told the plug and target to meet him at. The target drove up with his girl in the car, and Ron jumped in the car with him and told him to drive to the abandoned complex on 3237 North Ruckle Street. He told the plug he wanted to trade guns with him, in which the man agreed. When they got to the apartment, Gerald was standing out front, but felt uncomfortable doing the trade outside. This is where things get crazy. According to Ron, he stayed outside while Gerald and the plug went into the vacant. He knew Gerald was going to rob the man for grass, a gun, and some money, and possibly hit him up. So when Ron heard shots ring out, he didn't think too much about it and throw his homie was doing the shooting. After he heard screams coming out the home, he saw someone run out, but it wasn't Gerald. It was the plug holding both guns. Ron told police he asked the man, "What happened?" And he laughed and said, "Your man is gone, and if you say something, I'm coming for you next." But the same night that Gerald lost his life, police found text messages between Ron and another friend stating it's handled. I keep thinking about it and crying, and I keep picturing him fading away. That same day, police placed Ron under arrest, charging him with attempted robbery, felony murder, and other charges. A search warrant was done to find the alleged target, and it was confirmed an unnamed man who police labeled as a witness was involved. Gerald's family, while dealing with the pain of losing him, also sent their prayers to Ron's family, as the two young men were close. On May 19th, 2022, Ron stood in the courtroom and was found guilty of the attempted armed robbery and the cause of his friend's hit because he set up the robbery. He was sentenced to 48 years in prison and 2 years of probation if released. Rest in peace to Gerald. I send my prayers and condolences to the family. This story is wild, only because it's proof that the two young men were trying to hit a lick, but the text that Ron sent that night to his other homie seemed a little confusing. But more of this story, doing dirt might seem like fun, a way to get money and a name for yourself and make a few dollars, but you never know how a situation will end. It's you or that person at the end of the day. It's all in who shoots first. So remember, we gotta succeed, not to fail, so we won't be just another hood tale. Man, rest in peace to that young man. Rest in peace to Gerald. This is a crazy story, crazy situation. So I always tell y'all, if somebody get hurt in the middle you doing a crime, even if you with your homie, if that person get hit up and they lose their life, you gonna get charged with that. They not gonna charge the person that did it because they feel like the situation would have never happened if y'all would have never been on that move. Now this situation was crazy because they signed Ron and Gerald, they was trying to rob the plug, but the text messages that Ron sent to his other homie that night, it just seemed wild, man. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this one in the comments. Definitely leave your comments below. Subscribe if you're new to the fam. I appreciate you if you made it to the end. Y'all already know it's all love. It's your boy Tony 2 times. I'm out.